like intimidated. I'm not good at fun. I just went silent. I just let it be silent. I know. Oh, okay. Wait, do we have to know the names of the other team? No, like
They call them by numbers.
I might try.
Whenever we get a chance, we look down at the sheet and just numbers. Yep.
Number 4. Okay. What do I call them? Number 15. Do they not have any more music?
Starting lineups, senior Lindsay Sitter, junior, I'm calling down now, junior Erica Oster, number 11, senior Bryn Scherbeck,
Number 18, sophomore Claire Schierenbeck.
sophomore, 17 Claire Scherbeck, 18 Claire Scherbeck, there we go. And sophomore, number 7, Kazamba. Yeah, I can see. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Just give me a second.
Number 1, senior Chloe Gino. Number 2, freshman Kennedy Carter. Number 3, junior Asa Larson. Number 4, junior Brianna Weaver. Number 12, senior Anna King. And number 13, senior
How about now?
Number
Can you hear us
14.
now?
Camera Grunwald.
Can you hear us now? Game should be starting here shortly. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I guess I didn't have them plugged in quite all the way. And here we go. The game is starting. Sorry about that. Missed us talking for like 3 minutes. It was really exciting. First I announced the wrong game, and then I can't remember anything after that. I fumbled around with my words for a while. Starting lineups for the Lancers, since you missed most of that, is Faith, Claire, Bryn, Erica, Lindsay, and Allison Schaller. And I think you got most of the lineup for the Augustin Beavers, so.
Yep.
I do not know who will start serving. Looks like that is going to be someone.
That's very
Someone will
helpful.
start serving at some point.
Eventually.
Oh, I think they have to get the starting lineup recorded.
I'm guessing it will be Lindsay starting serving, but I'm not sure.
And maybe
We'll see.
in comes Faith for Allison. And Lancers will start serving here. Number 3, Lindsay Sitter, will give us the first serve of the game. And game has started officially. Lindsay's first serve is good, right to the back row. Number 7 putting it up. Number 4 setting up number 1 for the spike. Nice dig there by Emma, but it'll go out of bounds uncontrollably, and that'll be a first point picked up here for the Beavers. They're leading 1-0. A ball rolls way into the corner, and Claire has to run over and get it. Now number 14 will start serving here for the Augustin Beavers. She is Cameron.
Senior.
A nice serve right to the back row, but good receive there by Emma. And a hard spike by Bryn, however. The Beavers are ready for it. Free ball for the Lancers here. Faith to Lindsay. Lindsay setting up Erica for the hard. That's a nice kill there by Erica
Great spot.
Oster. Lancers' first point of the game, and it's all tied up 1-1. We are sitting in like an awful spot for seeing the scoreboard, so if we announce the score wrong later in the game, please forgive us. Claire Schernbeck will now serve for the Lancers. Nice hard jump serve right to the back row. Beautiful dig there by number 14, and a free ball for the Lancers after an early set over by number 1. Annie coming in for a hard spike. Nice block there by Erica, and that'll be a second point for the Lancers here. Claire getting to serve a second time here. See if she can get another one of her nice jump serves. She's one of the few people to jump serve, even on varsity. Another great jump serve there. Free ball kind of again here for the Lancers. Hard spike by Annie, off number 2, and 14 unable to get to it as it hits the wall and falls to the ground. Third point here for the Lancers. Claire with her third serve, last two have been good. This one also a rocket to the back row. 4 sets up 1. First time we've seen Augusta get off a bump set spike in a while, and it goes out of bounds. Another point for the Lancers. Lancers taking an early lead here, 4-1. But definitely not that big yet, so anything's still possible. Claire's 4th serve here. Almost a little short, just barely clipping the tape on the top. But Augusta will manage to get it back across. Lindsay setting up Bryn for the hard spike, and hard it is. Off the tip and out of bounds. It'll be the Lancers' point. Well played here so far by the Lancers. Augusta seems to be falling a bit behind here, just slow a bit on this response. Their back row seems to be getting pummeled by these serves here from Claire, but they have done a pretty good job receiving them so far. Lancers have a really good front row spike, and we've already seen that at play here. But Augusta starting to answer now with a spike to their own, well placed where no one was in the back row, and they will pick up their 2nd point of the game. Number 5 is going to now serve. That is
Phoenix Newth, who's a junior at Augusta.
her serve, rocket way to the back, received by Faith. Faith with a back row spike, or maybe that's a hit. She did jump though, and that was well placed even from the back row. Those are hard to do. Ali Schoenbeck came in at some point when I wasn't paying attention. And that'll be another point for the Lancers there off a spike by the person I missed.
It's almost a very nice save there, but not
In
quite.
comes Allison Schoenbeck here. Or no, Chawler. They both have the same first name,
Ali
and
Schoenbeck.
both of their last names start with S. It's a nightmare. Oh, and Erica's first serve is into the net. The score is, I believe, 6-3.
Yes.
Lancers leading as number 12 begins to serve here for Augusta.
Hannah King, senior.
Her serve, kind of more of a lob there to the back row. Those can be effective too. Oh, and a nice setup there by Lindsay and Allison. There's a special name for that volleyball players know, but I don't. A tip? Was that a tip?
I think it was a tip.
Thought that there was something when you just barely set it up and then got someone to come in from behind and kind of spike it over the net, but
Call it a 1. That's all I know.
nice hard spike there by number 18. Lancers block it, and good job there by the Lancers of saving that one. One of the first saves we've seen of this game. Another hard spike by Augusta. Man, they're really railing them onto the Lancers here. But the Lancers giving a good response with some nice blocks. Double spike set up and all into the stands. Nicely done by both teams. They're one of the first really good volleys we've had of the game, showing this could still be a really good game here. Lancers finishing it up with a hard spike from Annie Oster there, I think. No. Riley Nauman. And very well done there by both teams. Some really hard spikes and a couple of nice blocks off the Lancers. Lancers serve. Spike it into the ground there, and Augusta is unable to get it back up into the air. Lancers will pick up another point. Score is 9-3. Lancers lead. Serving now is Bryn Schoenbeck, number 11. She got one good serve in already. And we had something called. Looks like Augusta was out of rotation, or a timeout. Both. I think we had both of those called there.
Yeah.
So that should be a point for the Lancers. Yep. Score is now 10-3. Augusta seeming to struggle a bit here in the early game, although we did have that one really good rally that showed Augusta was definitely capable of getting some hard spikes off. Lancers have been great though on the net so far with both their spiking and their blocking, so that's going to be a hard hurdle for Augusta to overcome here. Also, the Lancers have definitely been dominating in the serving area, so can't win a game without serving. Augusta's definitely going to have to get on their game in that area as well. Lancers back out, and now followed by Augusta with 10 seconds left in this timeout, and Bryn will serve for the third time. Oh, I said earlier on, sorry if this quality's bad. We're actually having to use data to broadcast this because we can't figure out the Wi-Fi here. So, thanks for Christian letting us use his phone here to broadcast these. Pretty good volley going on right here. Over to one for the spike, and another there by the Lancers. That's, I don't know, they've had 5 or 6 of those already early on in this game, so very well done there. Blocking is something I feel like you really only start to see on varsity. So,
Definitely.
Bryn with another nice hard spike.
Ace to number
Man,
10.
my words tonight not working. Serve right to the back row. That'll bounce off Augusta's players and go out of bounds. I don't know if my words ever work, but they're definitely not working tonight. Bryn, another good serve. However, that one's out of bounds. It was too hard and too fast. Very close. It actually was flying pretty low there for the last bit, but too hard is too hard. And in comes Avery Quam for Bryn Schoenbach. Number 1's going to be serving now for Augusta. Chloe Jacobs, a senior. Nice set there by Faith. Up to Avery with a spike from Riley. Great dig there by number 5. 12 over to 1. Up and across. Allie's there in the back to receive that. A spike there by Annie. And that'll be a kill maybe. Or a well-placed spike there by Annie. Scores 13-4, I believe. Lancers leading as Annie begins to serve here for the Lancers. Annie's first serve is good. Over to number 1, 12. All the way over to 2, and another block there by Allison Schoenbach. Lancers really on top of their blocking game tonight. Bringing the score up to 14-4. Lancers up by 10, if I can read the score right. Annie's next serve to the back row, received by number 7. 12 setting up 14. Nice tip over. Faith trying to dig that, diving to the ground, but unable to put it up a significant enough distance, and so the Lancers will pick up yet another point. Incoming Emma for Annie. Number 2's going to be serving.
Kennedy Korger. She is a freshman.
Not too often you see freshmen on varsity, so she's probably a pretty good player. Ooh, and Allie Schoenbach coming in there for a spike, but ends up hitting it a bit low, and into the net it goes. 6 points, I believe, now for Augusta compared to the Lancers' 14.
Yeah.
Lancers still with a pretty significant lead here, but it's definitely not too late for Augusta to catch up. Lancers can't afford to become complacent. Allie with a spike. This time she gets it over the net, and out where nobody is. One does dive for it, however, cannot bring it back into the field of play for Augusta, and the Lancers will pick up their 15th point. Incoming Claire Schoenbach for Allie Schoenbach, and it looks like Faith Gazemba will be serving. Faith's serve is good. Some bumping around here. Back row hit there, and diving for it is Emma, but she can't quite get over there in time. A well-placed back row hit, I believe it was by number 12, picking up a 7th point.
Yeah, 7-15 now.
For
I think.
Augusta.
Or is it 16? 15.
Number 4 is going to give us another serve here from Augusta. Nice job there by
save.
Riley of getting over to that one. It was a bit out of play, but she got over to it and still managed to hit a pretty significantly hard ball there. So well played. And in we have coming Bryn Schoenbach and Lindsay Sitto for Riley Nauman and Avery Quam. Serving will be Lindsay Sitto. She normally has some pretty nasty serves here. She can hit them really hard and fast to the back row, or she can just barely lob them over. Really plays with the team. That one she just barely lobbed over. Augusta did a good job receiving it, however. Free play kind of for the Lancers. Claire coming in with the great spike, but one of the first blocks we've seen by Augusta, and they'll pick up a point from that as the Lancers are unable to return it. Well played by Augusta. Augusta definitely not out of this yet. Scores 16-8. Lancers leading by 8. 14 serving. Nice hard serve right to the back row. Put up by Emma. Spike there by Claire. Spike by number 12, and it just rolls over the fingertips of the blockers there for the Lancers. 9th point picked up for Augusta. Augusta's number 14 serving a second time. Hard serve right to the back row. Once more received by Emma. Hard spike by Byrne, gets over the blockers, but the back row's ready for it there for Augusta. Number 1 comes in with a spike. This one is blocked by the Lancers. Oh, nope, never mind. I guess the Lancers never touched it. Was blocked by the net, and then 4 hits was called on Augusta. Lancers pick up a 17th point. Claire will serve here now for the Lancers. Another jump serve. We saw some of those from her earlier. She had at least 3 or 4, I believe, earlier. See if she can pick up a couple of more there. And she does, picking up an ace. One of the first of the game. We've seen a couple of other aces, but not a lot yet. And another one here. Received to the back row there by number 2. Number 1 with the spike tip over. Lindsay setting up Erica for a spike. Nice dig there by number 1. 12 gets it over, way to the back row, well placed. Nice job by Claire on falling back for that one. Annie tip spiking it over, but it's blocked. Nice recovery there by the Lancers. Bryn smashes one through the block, but 12's there to pick it up, and then a block there by the Lancers finally for the point. One more point here to 20 for the Lancers, and then I think I'm going to let Katera take over here, since I'm going to lose my voice shortly, because I can't breathe except through my mouth. Lindsay over to Erica. 4. Setting up 3 with a spike. Well placed spike there by number 3, and that'll be the 10th point for Augusta. Augusta's really going to have to work at it if they want to come back from this. They're down 10 points. Lancers only needing 5 more to win this first set. I believe this will be a set of 5, or not, a match of 5 games. So just because they lose this first one doesn't even mean they're out of it, as Lindsay sets up Annie for a spike. Nice job there by the back row of receiving that one. 1 comes in for a spike. Faith keeps it from going out of play for the Lancers there. Bryn with a hard spike. The back row once more ready for that. 14 with a back row hit right to Annie. Annie putting it up for her team. Now comes in for the tip over. Nice job by 4 of backing up her blockers there. Number 1 with the spike right to Annie. Lindsay just barely trying to tip it over, and Bryn can't get under it. Another point picked up there for Augusta. Yeah.
It's a lot of talking.
They need to have shorter volleys so I can breathe. Number 5 with a great spike there. Lindsay. Annie with the set over. We're all the way to the back row, still making Augusta work for this play. Spiked there to Ali Schoenbeck. Tipped over by Annie Oster, and it will be out of bounds, just barely there. Nice idea there by Annie, just couldn't quite keep it in bounds.
Good, thank you.
And we have number 5 serving. Hard serve.
I'm good.
Bryn, number 5. 4 sets it up to 12 for the spike. Getting under it is Faith there, setting it up is Lindsay, and a hard spike there by Annie. Beautiful Augusta. Those are hard to do, nicely done, and Erica doesn't quite get that above the net. And it'll be another point for Augusta. Augusta definitely making a comeback here. Score is now 19 to
13?
13?
13, yeah.
Lancers still leading. Serve there to Ali Schoenbeck. Bryn Schoenbeck coming in with a spike, but it's too hard, trying to take out one of Augusta's bench. Someone on Augusta's bench, and a timeout's going to be called by the Lancers. They don't want to let Augusta catch up too much and take this game from under their noses here. Lancers still only need 5 more. Does Augusta have 19 points?
No.
14? Okay.
Yep, 14-19.
Scores 14 to 20, I believe. Lancers leading by 6. The scoreboards here are really bright everywhere except for the scores, which is not particularly helpful.
The basketball.
Augusta making the best of this timeout. I think the thing that's still getting Augusta is how good the Lancers are at spiking. However, Augusta started to answer with some of their own here. They've also begun blocking each other better here. Both teams really picking up that here in the middle of this first game. And Augusta has started to get some serves off here, which is what they really needed. Number 5 serving again. Dug by Ali there. Good job getting down for that one. Bryn with a spike to the back row. Number 5's ready for it. Ooh, and miscommunication there for Augusta, or they didn't know whether it was going over the net. And the Lancers pick up their 20th point as Allison Schoenbeck comes in. I'm going to let Katera take it now.
Okay, we have Erica Oster serving to the back left. Upsetter. Hit to Ali Schoenbeck. Lindsay Soto sets. Tip by Annie to 12. 2 hits, and Ali tries to save it, but It's a bit too far out, goes into the stands. We have Faith Kazemba in for Erica Oster now. And number 12 is serving. And it's Hannah King. She's a senior out at Augusta. Serves, and it is short over right to Allie. Over the net, back over. And
Ooh,
it
good
is
luck
out
there
of
by the
bounds.
Lancers. Scores
15,
21.
Yeah.
Bryn Schoenbeck will be serving here. She had a couple of nice serves earlier on this game.
Dig by Bryn, saved by Riley Nauman, and over by Allie.
Good work there by the Lancers.
12 one's over, and I think they got hit it into the net. Otherwise, that was a very nice block.
3 more points for the Lancers to win this first game. First out of 5, that is.
Bryn is on her second serve. It's over. Up. Nice block. Up by Riley. Over to Annie, who hits it and is tipped out. The score is 15-23 to the Lancers when Augusta called a timeout.
Yep, Augusta not willing to give this one up yet. I'm surprised they called a timeout here so late in this first game. Because the Lancers definitely seem like they probably have this one in the bag. I mean, it's not impossible for Augusta to come back, but it would definitely be challenging. I don't know if you only get so many timeouts per game or if it is per match. I don't know how the timeouts work in volleyball. So if it's per game, I guess it doesn't matter if they call their last timeout at the end. Or I don't even know if it's their last, but a timeout at the end. So we have Bryn Schoenbeck on her. No clue which semi serves. Up to their middle. And it is out. Lancers get the point. They need one more to win this. 15-24. Game point here for the Lancers.
Bryn serves. Nice save. It's over. Josie sets it. Riley has a wonderful roll.
Free play for the Lancers.
And Josie hits it out.
Not quite enough downspin on that spike there by Josie.
So now we have number 1 serving for Augusta. It's Chloe Jacobs. Faith Kazemba. Hit by Allison Schaller is blocked.
Looks like we had 4 hits there on the Lancers. I missed how that happened, but
they didn't
score
touch
is
the ball.
24-17, if I'm not mistaken.
Up by Faith. Bit of a
Nice save there by Allie. Ooh, and a beautiful block there. Oh no!
Just got through. Lancers just
We
need
have
one more
someone
to win the set. Or win
crossing
the
over the
game.
line there. Score is 24-18 now. Number 12. A spike there by number 13. Faith. In comes Allison, and that'll be the
Great
finishing
spot.
kill there by Allison Schoenbeck. Well played by both teams, and we will have a second game beginning shortly.
Okay, so we're getting ready to start our second. Is it a game? Is it?
I was told there's 4 games or
Okay.
5 games in one match.
So our second game, if we are correct, in 5 games in one match. I've never been quite sure on that. I've had multiple people explain it to me, and I always forget it. Looks like Augusta will be starting with the serve this time. Number 4, Brianna Kruger. She is a junior. A few extra chairs needed. Okay, 4 serves. Over to Bryn Schoenbeck. Up by Avery, out to Bryn. It's a beautiful hit over to number 1, who could not quite get there. No. We have Annie Oster in for Emma Miller. Claire Schoenbeck serving. She's been pretty good, really good with her serves tonight, so expecting great things. Over to number 1. And could not quite get it back up after that. Claire Schoenbeck's going to have her second serve of the game. First one was good. The score is 0-2, Immanuel. Up by 2, up by 14, and over by 1. Up by Claire, Avery. Tip over by Bryn to the open spot right there. It was a great spot. And Claire is going to have her third serve of the game. Claire serves, and it is over to 14 numbers. Claire up to Avery, and then Erica is blocked. Up again by Faith. Great up. And Annie gets this open spot. Number 1 not quite able to dive all the way over there. And Claire is going to have her 4th serve now, I believe. All of them are going clear over. Nothing to worry about. Over to number 2, over by 4. Faith up to Avery, back to Bryn. But number 1 not quite able to get both hands there and get it back up. And Claire is back for her 5th serve. Score is 0-5. Lancers still ahead. She's up, over, nice dive, but it is out. Augusta's still not able to return it. And I'm assuming Augusta called that timeout.
Yeah.
Augusta called the timeout, probably to kind of calm the team down a little bit. Lancers off to a great start. There's definitely a chance for Augusta to come back if we don't keep it up. And Claire's had some great serves. Anything you'd like to say? Nope. Okay. So, score is 0-6 Lancers. We've got our teams going back out in the court. I think. We had a good game for the first match, kept it close, kept it exciting, but Claire's up for her 6th serve, I think. It's over to number 2, and she got it up, punched over by 12 to Bryn. And Erica hits it, and they tip it, but are unable to return it back. Really great work by the Lancers here. Claire up again. And serves it over. And there's not much talking going on between Augusta there, but score is 0-8 Lancers. And Claire is still up serving for her 8th serve, I believe. She's doing really great with her serves tonight. Up by 2, 4, and then back to 12, over. Nice save by Claire, but unable to get it back up again. Now we have Allie Schoenbeck going in for Claire Schoenbeck. And we have number 14, Cameron Grunwald, serving. She's over to Allie, up by Avery, and over to Bryn, who's great spot in the back. And it's going to be Erica Oster serving now. Lancers are ahead 9-1. She serves it up to number 14, over by 3, up by Avery, out to Annie. Great spot, great dig. Over by 1, great save there, but unable to get it back again by the Lancers. So we have Faith going in for Erica Oster. And what's this? Number 5 serving. Phoenix Nuth, I can't say that name. Up by Faith, by Avery, and a hit roll by Annie. Nice save by 2. And then again by 14, but unable to get it over. The score is now 210. Lancers winning. Or Lancers ahead, sorry. And Bryn Schoenbeck is now serving. Over to... Oh, it's just over the net, I think. I missed that one. Oh, no. Good. Bryn Schoenbeck up again for a second serve. Up by a number. And they can't quite get it back up again. Went into the net. Bryn is up for her 3rd serve now. And it's up to, oh, hits the net, doesn't quite make it over. Score is 3-12 Lancers. And we have 10 going in for number 4 on Augusta. And serving, which number is that? What's her number? It's 12. 12, Hannah King serving. Up by Faith. Bryn. Nice save by Allie. And we have 2. Faith gets it up. Someone was in the net, yeah. Otherwise, that was a great save. We have number 12 serving again. This is her second serve. The score is 4-12 Lancers. Up to Allie Schoenbeck. Bryn Schoenbeck. Tipped by Annie. And tried to save. Number 2 tried to save it, but wasn't quite successful. Now we have number 8, Annie Oster serving. Up to, let's see the numbers, 12, and then number 1, up by Bryn. Riley gets it up and rolled over by Allie, sorry. Up by Bryn, and hit by Allie. Tipped over and up. Number 1 hits it over, saved by Faith. And Allie Schoenbeck gets the hit over the block. Or tipped by the block, I should say. Score is 4-14 Lancers. And Annie is up for her second serve, I believe. She serves it up to number 10. It's 12. It's 2, nice hit. Back to Faith. Bryn sets it to Riley. Up to 12. I'm not sure what the number is. Faith saves it again and over to Allie for the hit. 1 hits it. And it is on the ground, I believe. We have Emma Miller going in for Annie Oster now in the back row. We have number 1 serving for Augusta, Chloe Jacobs. The score is 5-14 Lancers. It's an interesting serve there. Up by Faith. And then Bryn gets it over by Allie. Oh, sets it. Nice hit by 14. And seems like it was tipped off one of the Lancers there. It didn't quite hit the right way. So number 1 is going to serve again. Just had some really good serve this game, I think. It's a good spot. Emma, Allie hits it, and they are unable to get it back up. So we have Claire Schoenbeck going in for Allie Schoenbeck, and Erica Oster for Allison Schaller, I believe. Faith Kazemba will be serving it now. The score is 6-15 Lancers. That was a powerful serve right there. Up by 14, out to 10. Riley with the hit there. Nice up. 14 tips it over. Riley saves it. And Claire gets it over. 1 to 12. Hit by 2. Into the net, I believe. Yes, they got called 4 hits. Didn't quite go high enough for the blockers to hit it. Faith Kazemba will be serving again. Second serve, I believe. As good as the last one. Up by 12, and number 2 hits it. Block, the ball gets through the block down. The score is now 6-17?
Yes.
Yep.
17 Lancers.
Do you want to talk? Okay, 2 serves it over to Faith Kazemba. Bryn Schoenbeck. Claire hits it over to number 2. Then 3 and 14 over. Emma up to Bryn. Nice peg there, but she got it up. And bump over, and it's out of bounds. Looks like it was a bit of a last-minute decision there. Then we have Avery Common for Riley Nelman. The score is 7-17 Lancers still. Lancers seem to have a pretty safe lead, but anything is possible. Can't get too comfortable, so. Avery Com serving over, and it is in. It's a wonderful spot. Augusta must have thought it was out. Well, she will have her second serve now. Maybe she can get in that spot again. And it's over to number 15, 12. That's not 15. Emma up to Avery. And then Erica hits it. Number 3 tries to block, but doesn't quite get it back over. And we'll have Avery up for her third serve now. So. Up to number 2. 10, 14 over and a bump. Faith up to Avery. Bryn hits it. Wonderful spot. One can't quite seem to get there. And we have a timeout called by Augusta. I keep missing that.
Fourth.
Sure, just say Avery. And then tell them the score.
Talk. Okay, so now we have Avery Plum up with, I think, her 4th serve, and the score is 7-20 Lancers right now.
She's had some really great serves, all of them to the back row. Back row not quite able to get them up, but.
All right, Avery with it over and out with a point for Augusta.
Yes. Score is now 18-20, still Lancers.
8-20.
8-20, sorry. Can't talk either.
All right, next up we have number 4, Brianna Kruger, who is a junior from Augusta serving.
We're back
And
for
a
starting.
pretty clean back row spot. Up to Bryn Schoenbeck with the kill. And Claire hits it over with the kill and the tip.
Yep.
All right, next up for the Lancers, we have number 18, Claire Schoenbeck serving.
Okay, I go in? Okay. We're still getting used to this, if you couldn't tell.
And she serves it over to number 14, who to 4 and 3.
That was
with a nice block by
beautiful
Erica
block.
Olser.
We were missing
The
those for
score
a
is
while.
now 8-22 Lancers, with Claire Schoenbeck up for her second serve.
Expect good things. Her serves have all been really clean and over tonight, except for
Yeah,
about maybe
and now,
one.
With an ace from Claire Schoenbeck that hit off number 2 from Augusta.
Score is 8-23. Lancers just need 2 more to seal their second game.
Now we have number 14, Josie Nauman, coming in for Bryn Schoenbeck. And we have Claire Schoenbeck up for her third serve.
Yeah.
Pretty clean serve to
Back
number
to
2. 14 gets it up and number 4 gets it over. Avery Klum set up to Erica Oster, who gets the kill.
That was a beautiful hit right there.
All right, the score is
We'll get a
8-24 Lancers.
Game point. Good.
We have Claire Schoenbeck up for her 5th serve. Straight to number 2 with the
It was a great
ball
save there.
over. Avery Quam sets it up, and Annie Oster to back row number 1. 14 gets it over to Faith Kazemba. And a tip over by Annie Oster.
Great block right
Erica
there by
Oster
Erica.
setting it up. Avery Quam, and a back row kill by Faith Kazemba.
To win the game. So Lancers have now won 2 games. If they win this next one, I think we're done. So let's hope for the best. This one ended 25-8. The last one was a lot
Lancers in
closer
the
than
lead,
this.
yeah.
So, is it muted?
Sorry.
Okay, so we're up for our third set, our third game. Wow. Okay, and looks like both teams are already out there. Claire Schoenbeck serving to start, and as we've said, she's had some great serves this game. I don't think she's missed any.
Got a nice
And-
up by number 2. And a kill by number 3.
Just missed by Faith.
Number 3.
Isaiah Larson. I'm sorry, I'm bad at names. I should be good at them, but I'm not. Number 14, Cameron Grunwald serving for Augusta. Okay.
We got a jump serve over by her, up by Faith Kazemba, and a drive
Annie drive
by
it.
Annie Oster. Got it up. And a kill by number 1. Number 1,
Great hit.
Chloe Jacobs.
Tipped by the Lancers for
Yep,
Augusta
got a tip.
points.
And now it's Cameron Grunwald,
Grunwald
serving
serving.
her second serve for Augusta.
Score is 2-0 Augusta.
A nice up by Allie Schoenbeck to Avery Quam. And a good hit by Bryn Schoenbeck. We got a tip and a good kill by Annie Oster that was tipped by what looks like number 14.
I think number 1 was able
Number
to
one,
retrieve that
okay.
one afterwards.
All right, next up to serve for the Lancers, we have number 8, Erica Oster.
Check it. Her first
Serves
serve.
up, and it's in the net.
Serve's been a bit off tonight, but I'm sure she'll get them.
We have number 5, Phoenix Newth coming in for number 3, Isaiah Larson for Augusta. And we have number 5 up for serve.
The score is 3-1 Augusta, up by Faith. And
A
hit to
nice
Annie.
kill by Annie Oster, number
Just
8.
tip by number 5 for Lancer Point.
Next up to serve for the Lancers, we have 11, Bryn Schoenbeck. The current score right now is Augusta 3 to Lancers 2. We got a nice up by number 1 from Augusta, and it's out.
For Lancer Point, Bryn is up for her second serve now. And her serves have also been pretty clean over. We've had a pretty good night for serving.
Yeah.
It's up and hit.
A nice hit by number 12, Hannah King from Augusta, and it was a block out of bounds by the Lancers.
We have number 3, Lindsay Sitto, in for number 11, Bryn Schoenbeck. And number
Next up for
12
serve
serving.
is Hannah King.
Easy one. Okay. Serve is up. Short to
Got
Riley
up
now,
by
man.
Riley. And a free ball over by Annie Oster. A nice up by Allie Schoenbeck and a rollover by Annie Oster, which led in the Lancer point.
Great spot. Number 5 just didn't seem to quite know what to do with it. And we have Annie Oster serving now, I believe. Yeah. This will be her first serve of the game. Scores 4-4 tied.
A nice
That's a great
drive
spot.
over by Annie. And a free ball over by Riley Nauman. A tip by Annie Oster.
Just gets right through her hands. And we have number 2, Emma Miller, in for number 8, Annie. So
Next up for serve from Augusta, we have number 1, Chloe Jacobs, the senior.
Up by Emma to Lindsay. And a nice hit by Allie, but it's received well. 14. And it comes off the side of the block again. We've had a few of those already. Hopefully we can figure that out, 'cause it's
For
kinda hurting
Lancers,
us.
we have Claire Schoenbeck, number 18, going in for Allie Schoenbeck.
And the score is 6-4? Yes, 6-4 Augusta.
A nice up by Faith. And a kill by Claire. That's a nice up by Augusta.
Straight up, we're able to get it.
Nice,
That was a
nice
great
recovery
over.
by Claire Schoenbeck. And a tip by Faith Kazemba.
Pretty sure somebody was in the net there, I think. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
Something happened there besides Faith. We have number 1 serving again. She gets it over to Emma. Lindsay up. And Riley for the hits, tipped and up. But they're able to get it back, and a nice hit from the back over.
A nice up by Emma.
Number 1 has it. 2 hits it, and they're able to recover from the block. Not quite able to get it back over, though. It was a bit too far. The score is now 8-4 Augusta. Not out of reach, but Lancers need to catch up soon.
Next up, we have the same server, number 1, to Emma Miller, Lindsay, and a hit by Allie Schaller.
That was a beautiful hit. Just went off the side of the block a little bit. Couldn't quite too far to get it back.
In for Allie Schaller, we have Erica Oster, and now Faith Kazemba is up for the serve for Lancers.
She had some really pretty good serves last game, so think we're safe here.
And her first serve is in the net.
Very powerful, but just not quite high enough.
We have 3 coming in for number 5 for Augusta, and number 2, Kennedy Korger, is up for serve.
Score is 9-5 Augusta.
Nice up by Emma.
It's a great save out of the
ball.
net, but not quite communicating there, I don't think.
Number 2's second serve over to Claire Schoenbeck.
Lindsay Sitto. Erica
And
with
a nice hit by
drive.
Erica Oster. That was tipped by number 2.
Number 1 not quite able to get it after that.
Yeah.
We
We have Bryn Schoenbeck going in for Lindsay Sitto, and Avery Quam going in for Riley Nauman. And Avery Quam is up for the serve.
The score is 10-6 Augusta, so it's pretty good up there.
A nice kill by number 3, and Emma Miller was just out of reach from
Great spot.
contact.
Right in the back, not quite out.
We have number 4 going in for number 10 for Augusta, and number 4 is up to serve Brianna Kruger.
Junior, she's had some really good serves tonight also. We've had good serves all around.
Up by Faith Kazemba, and a pretty nice hit by Claire Schoenbeck, but they were able to recover from it.
Faith, Avery, and Bryn hits it, and it's blocked
and a
over,
hit by
but
Bryn
out.
Schoenbeck. That was blocked and out.
Just a bit too much.
Annie Oster is now in for Emma Miller for the Lancers. The score is 11-7 Augusta with
Yep.
Claire Schoenbeck serving.
We will over on a free ball. Claire gets it up to Avery, and a beautiful
a nice
hit
by
there.
Erica Oster.
Great timing, great spot. And we'll have Claire Schoenbeck serving again. I think we're set for serves over. Score is 11-8 Augusta. Our Lancers catching up. Got our cheers going now. Not quite able to get it over. Kept hitting it straight up, but not just a little
We
bit.
have Claire Schoenbeck up for her 3rd serve this game. Wipe it
Cleaning
the
up a little
floor.
bit. Don't want anyone slipping, 'cause that's always very problematic. Yeah, I think that's it. Score is 11-9 Augusta.
All right, balls up for Claire. A nice up from Augusta. And a free ball over to Claire Schoenbeck. And up by Avery. And a nice hit by Annie Oster. A free ball over. Oh, and
just
a little
missed by Erica.
bad timing for the Lancers on that one.
It's a great idea, but now we have number 4 Allie Schoenbeck in for 18 Claire Schoenbeck.
And up for Augusta serving is number 14 Cameron Grunwald.
Score is 12-9 Augusta.
A nice up by Allie Schoenbeck and a tip by Avery over the net. A free ball over, and it's
Free
over
ball
the
back
net
over.
again.
Number 1 up by Allie Schoenbeck, hit by
And
Bryn.
a nice hit by Bryn Schoenbeck that Augusta was recovering from.
Up by Faith. And up. Easy hit over.
And up by Allie Schoenbeck to Avery. And a hit by Annie.
It's not over yet. Faith
And
hits it
by
up.
Faith Kazemba to Bryn.
Wow, we are really going back and forth here.
Yeah, they have a nice
Back row's
volley
on
going
point.
on
That's a
this.
nice block by Erica Oster.
Free ball
but
over to Faith. Up by Avery. And
it's another
a
nice
kill
block,
by Bryn
but it is
Schoenbeck.
out. Lancer fans on their feet. They're starting to cheer very loudly now, getting very excited about this game.
The score is currently 12-10 Augusta with Erica Oster, number 8, up for serve for the Lancers.
It's her first serve, and it is over. There we go. She's had a bit of trouble, but she's got it now.
A free ball over
Over.
from Augusta. And a nice hit by
Beautiful.
Allie Schoenbeck. Allie Schaller.
Allie
sorry.
It is hard. It's a great spot. Augusta just not quite able to get to it. Kind of in between all of them. And Erica's up for her second serve of this time. Over.
And a tip by Annie Oster.
Beautiful. Great spot.
Now tying the score 12-12.
We have a timeout called by, who's it called by?
Augusta.
I think it was Augusta. I always miss that one. I always miss who they called it. Very close game. Lancers were able to catch up, and they're now doing very well. And carrying Jonathan Brandel down. Lancers getting very excited about this game. Both teams have been receiving really well. We've had a couple really good volleys, so this is bound to be a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't had that many missed serves, which has actually been really good. It's been a lot of missed points off of blocks, I think. Just missing the blocks or hitting off weird. And we have Lancers going back out on the court. Erica Oster serving for the third or fourth time.
I believe it's the fourth serve.
Fourth serve.
And we have Augusta back out on the court as well. All right, ball's up for Erica. And a nice clean serve. And a nice hit by Augusta, but immediate over by Erica Oster. A setup by Bryn, who hits it into the net. So that would be Augusta's point for that one.
We have Faith Kazemba coming in for Erica Oster now.
And then number 5, Phoenix Newth going in for number 3 on Augusta. And number 5's up for serve. A nice serve over to Faith.
Avery, and Annie hits it right to number 1. Over.
And it was an in.
A couple inches
Misjudgment
in
by
the back
Lancers.
line. Score is now 14-12 Augusta, with number 5 still serving. Lancers definitely still in it. This is anybody's game.
And number 5 serves it into the net. We have 12, Riley Nauman going in for number 14, Avery Quam, and number 3, Lindsay Sitto going in for Bryn Schoenbeck. And Lindsay Sitto is up for serve right now for the Lancers. And a nice serve over.
Right to a spot where nobody was there. That was great. And Augusta not quite able to get it back up.
All right, Lindsay Sitto is up for her second serve right now.
Lancers are back and tied. Again to a spot where nobody was there.
And Lindsay,
Augusta seems to be just getting there and then hitting it into the net and not quite able to get it back up. So maybe they'll adjust now. We'll see if Lindsay adjusts too.
Lindsay with her third serve, and
she does.
Nice
Straight back
over
now.
the net, which is now the score 14-16 with the Lancers up.
Lindsay is definitely adjusting to where their back row is playing. Now it looks like they're starting to adjust to that too. So
yeah,
they'll probably start to get over soon.
With her fourth serve into the net.
Yep.
Now we have number 12, Hannah King, serving up for Augusta right now.
Yep. We have number 10 in for number 4. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. For Kruger.
A nice up by Faith Kazemba. And a kill by
Beautiful
Allison
spot.
Schaller.
Nobody was in that back corner. They could have there all day.
She hit the wide open area on the court. It's good spot placement.
It was very good spot placement.
Next up, we have Annie Oster serving for the Lancers.
Up by
Augusta, and a tip over that Faith Kazemba gets up.
Good cover. Just out by Allie Schaller.
Pretty nice hot spot for a pretty nice hit for Allie Schaller, but it was just a little bit out.
Score is 16-17 Lancers to
We just had Emma Miller, number 2, going in for Annie Oster on the Lancers.
Number 1, Chloe Jacobs serving for Augusta. Up by Emma Miller.
And a little miscommunication by the Lancers led into Augusta's point. So 17-17 is the score right now. We're tied, and Augusta is serving with Chloe Jacobs as her second serve.
Looks like it's going to be a very close game. If we win it, we're done. Lancers win. And if we don't, then I play again. Let's see what happens there. Alisha rolls it over 14-12 and back to 14.
a block by right between the hands of Riley Nauman and Allie Schaller, which is now Augusta's point.
We have
And
another
it looks
timeout.
like the Lancers called a timeout.
Lancers scores 18-17 Augusta. Definitely close. Definitely anyone's game. Both
We're
teams
back
have
in
to stick
it,
in it. Stick with it. Can't talk.
Yeah.
I think it becomes harder to talk once you put these microphones on. So it's been a very close game. We've had some really close games today. Both teams are definitely in this and competing, and they keep on trying. Lancers already did their timeout. Augusta's still in there though. Looks like they're wiping off the court again.
Got a little
They must be
slippery, I
having
guess, out there.
a little bit of trouble out there.
Yeah.
And
Back out on the court, and number 1 is Chloe Jacobs is serving her 3rd serve this game.
this time,
Or
Is
yeah,
it?
sorry, I think it's
Wait,
this
her
time.
serve-
Yeah.
she's got to have served.
So serves up straight
Over
to
to
Faith
Faith.
Kazemba, and a nice setup, and a kill by Allie Schoenbeck.
It's a great spot. I think it was 14. Not
Great
quite able to
spot.
get 2 hands on it. Rolls
The
off.
score is now tied at 18, and we have Faith Kazemba up for serve for the Lancers.
Lancers standing up, ready to support their team and hoping for a win here. There we go.
A
Score's
nice
tied.
ace by Faith Kazemba.
Great.
Now
Five
the
not quite
Lancers
able to get
are
behind it.
leading the set right now.
And Faith is up for her 2nd serve now. Tied 18-18.
A short
Short
serve
one.
that let in an ace again.
Very nice attempt by
nice-
Augusta to get it up, but
Nice
not
serving
quite able.
placement spots for Faith Kazemba.
Faith is up for her 3rd serve now. See if she gets it right in the middle again. No, she serves it deep.
Pretty hard serve. And a free ball over to the Lancers. A nice setup by Lindsay Seto and Faith.
It's over.
And
up to
their
Erica.
Lancers are able to recover. And a tip by Claire Schoenbeck that led in
Somewhat tipped
the
by number
Lancers'
12,
point.
but in a very
a
awkward spot
timeout
everyone.
called by Augusta. And the score right now is currently 18-21 Lancers leading.
Lancers are
moment.
definitely in a good position to win this. Just got to keep it up, keep going. But I'm sure Augusta will be fighting very hard. Hard. Is that how you say it? Yeah, very hard. It's a lot of pressure. with Roth
Lancers
out here.
already back out on the court again.
Who called that timeout? Was that
I believe it was Augusta.
Okay. I was gonna say if Lancers called that was a very
Yeah.
quick timeout.
We have Faith Kazemba up for what I believe is her
Fourth, I think?
fourth
Yeah.
serve.
Up and very deep. It's number 1.
And a free
5.
ball over to the Lancers, straight to Faith. And a
Riley
hit
for
by
great
Riley
hit.
Nauman that the Augusta was not quite able to recover from to get back over the net.
It's a really good effort. It's not.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in one spot. Didn't
Yeah.
seem to quite get around each other for all of that.
So now we have Faith up for her 5th serve.
Scores 18-22 Lancers.
A nice placement
spot.
and a tip over. And the ball drops on the Lancer side.
Lancers not quite talking there. It was right in the middle of all of them. It was a really good spot for a tip. It was a tip, right?
Yeah. Next up, we have number 2 Kennedy Korger serving for the Augusta Beavers.
She serves it really
Pretty
deep.
Yeah.
Back to Faith.
A nice up by the girls. And
Beautiful tip by
they're
Claire.
able to get it back over in 1, and they set it up.
Riley hits it, but it's saved off of a block.
And a
And they're
nice
blocked
block
again.
by Riley Nauman and Erica Osher.
Our blocks have really saved us tonight.
We're 2 points away from set point. The score is 19-23 Lancers right now.
We have Bryn Schoenbeck in for Lindsay Sitto and Avery Klom in for Riley Nauman. Avery Klom will be serving.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 2 more points. I think Lancers have this. Unless.
So balls
Goes
up
off.
for Avery Quam. A nice up from Augusta. And a hit over.
Someone's
And it
in
looks
the
like
net.
they called
Yeah.
Augusta as in the net. So it is the Lancers point. So
We have game point here.
game point right now, yeah. So Avery Kwam up for her second serve, which could be the match-winning point.
Here we go.
And it is a pretty
Straight
clean
up.
serve over the net.
Tip over.
A tip. And it's an out.
And it's
the
out.
Lancers win.
The Lancers have secured
19 to
the
25.
match in 3 games. Very good games tonight. They were all very close.
Yeah.
But Lancers came out on top all 3 times. I think we're good? We're good.